This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
So, hello everyone, welcome back to another video of the channel, and in this video we'll be taking a look on a POC in which I'll show you why you need to fuzz and take a look on 404 endpoints. But before going to the video, we're having some announcements here. We are having few new limited time boot camps, so take a look on them. These were the boot camps I was talking about. You can just check out the links in the description, and let's get in the video. So recently I've been posting a lot of tweets about multiple fuzzing lists, why you need to fuzz 403, 404, all these types of things. And also a lot of people are usually asking that, okay, can we do something on 404 or we should skip them? So these are just some example of it, that yes, we can definitely do some things when it comes to 404 pages. But first of all, before explaining it, let's take a look on the POC. So that was the POC video I had for the 404 accesses. Now as you can see that when I click on the click here to return, it might be getting executed into accesses. Now how I was able to find it? So in my scenario it was pretty simple. I was hunting on the target, just sorting out all the things. As you have seen in the previous live session, so trying to do I was trying to teach the mappings of it, like how can we map the target based on our usages and all these types of things. So as we have done that in the previous live, I was doing the same process, mapping all these things, that what we need, what I can just take a look on and all these things. But after a few times I was having a list of WordPress URLs. So after taking a look on WordPress URLs, I was having a lot of collection of plugins, lot of extensions were going on there. So just try to use a fuzzing list. I posted recently on the Twitter, you can check it out. So after using that, I got like a 200 OK on a single parameter. Like let's see what's going on there. So after doing a little bit of just copy pasting all these things, I saw that we are having few executions here that might be useful for us. But after digging it out a little bit more, we were able to execute that as accesses. Now it was pretty simple. Now the main question arises here, like we really have to fuzz for 404 subdomains or domains, IPs where we get. So I'll say yes, try to fuzz them. If there is any functionality going on or any sort of technology is going on, take a look on fuzzing based on it. Apart from that, if you can find some JS files in source code, take a look on them. You might get few more paths. Including that, you can also use the Exit tool that can find multiple hidden parameters if there are possibilities. And one more thing to not forget about is, suppose there's a none of this condition is matching there, then you can simply do a thing. Take a look on the biggest word list you have. I have posted few of them. You can just take a look on Twitter, I guess. You can take a look on it from Twitter. Definitely there are few word lists that you can use. I have mentioned there. A long word list. When you can't figure out multiple things or you're not able to discover what's going on properly, then you should use it. Because sometimes Appleizer might not give you all the results. So you might have to use multiple things on it. So for that one, you can use the biggest fuzzing list. I have provided few of them, and by using them you are having a number of lines to just search out using FUF. And yes, they might give you a few results when there is nothing working out. So always have a look on it. Always, if you are having a domain which is having 404, take a look on it from the Shodan or from FOFA. You might find some more things that you are not looking to, you are not expecting there. So definitely do follow these steps. And I guess that was for this short video. See you guys in the upcoming one. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. Have a great day.